with a burst, a first down or more. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They go play action with Wilson. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Second down, Johnson. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Now it's Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
About this defense, they came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go with Johnson. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball is moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the first down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3. And he gets them a little bit closer. He takes us from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Johnson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal will feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4th down territory? Might he go for it?
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. The You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Here comes the ball!
Clock running here, under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. 2nd and 9 now.
Here we go.
That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play there for the Dolphins. Well, if you pull up his college highlight reel, you will see no shortage of great throws. And here's one in his NFL debut for big yardage.
And this is going to be a big test early in his career. How accurate can he be on throws like this? If he keeps doing that, he's going to be just fine.
Easy work.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown Dolphins. From 8 yards out. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? But a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I should like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, Let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now it's Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Ooh, I like it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again is Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use it. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the...
And this is intercepted. He was trying to give it to Davis. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From deep in their own territory, and he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Under pressure and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come up to 6.
A lot of points.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them,
the Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Raekwon Davis, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. Big yardage that time for the Jets. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Looking for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. He gets it left side to Johnson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They pick up a 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice...
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Ty Johnson. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5.
Dolphins 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line. The end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 2. After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Wilson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, to me, there is no question about the intent there. And I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But they'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
3rd and 2. Now Wilson. He finds his man. Complete. That's more. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one close quickly and helped force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Here's 2nd and 8. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come.
He'll look to throw. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the 1st round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the 1st round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top roll, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Now back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Parker. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 42. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Back to throw again. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got Fuller. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Yeah, this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost, and it cost them the game. They had a chance to get the ball back. They didn't. They let it roll. They let him get downfield. 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 They let And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki there to make the grab. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead. Now Brian Flores going to leave the offense out there to go for two. They'll look to throw. In the double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Dolphins are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Here's Johnson again on second down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. CD, put on your OC cap here. What do you do? 2nd and 1, you get stuffed. Now 3rd and 1.
You know, in the old days, I would have said we're going to line up and we're going to run the same darn play and we're going to get it right. But nowadays, as tough as defenses are, I want some mobility. I want some movement, putting the ball in the hands of my quarterback and giving him a run-pass option.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
What's tight? Tight end's right. What's tight?
He'll drop to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. Given 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. So a nice throw there. And, CD, I'd have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
You know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come and with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads.
Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, give him credit. That's a good, solid game there on the sneak because it all comes together. Enough space, get forward, gain yardage. Well done.
Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And now Carter going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. The kick by Sanders is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. He was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete there to Johnson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
A little bit of daylight on that 1st down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you start to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now Wilson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Moore. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. There's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Again, Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he will be out of bounds well shy of the marker. So that's a turnover on downs. Great job defensively. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll go again to Jones. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was a 3rd and long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Michael Palardy now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Oh, some strong running. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. now is Wilson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they're ruling incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. It was up. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. There's Wilson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Yeah, he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here.